being a player at Notre Dame, and I'm sure just being a player at any university, like your goal is to win the national championship. That's what you set out for. That's what you work for. But I have a question that if Notre Dame's last national championship was 1988, I would say Michigan's in this as well. Their last championship was 1997. Is it fair to hold the coach or the team to that standard of we are fighting for a national championship every single year if the last one wasn't, since 1988?
I think to an extent, yeah. I mean, you hear the phrase all the time, you're a victim of your own success. But when you reset the floor to a certain place where you're in contention for that, you make the playoff on a couple occasions, eventually that's going to stop being good enough and everyone's going to continue to look upward. That's just how we're wired. And like you said, it's the goal of the sport at Notre Dame. You don't get a conference to win every year, except for that, pandemic season where we tried that with the ACC.
And we lost. I was so upset because we could have won the only one, but we didn't.
I promise, if my ACC friends already all kind of hate me because they feel like Notre Dame's the source of a lot of their problems. But man, if we had come in one and done and won the ACC championship that year, I would have acted so unusual. I would have gotten thrown out of group chats. I have no doubt in my mind. So yeah, I think yeah, that's understandable, but we can also acknowledge, hey, there might be some things around there that have also made it more difficult in the modern age, have created some challenges there that are realistic, that aren't just making excuses. But at the end of the day, that's also the standard around that place. Like Brian Kelly passed Newt Rockne for wins around there, but he's not going to have a statue because they only put statues up of the guys that win natties. Like that's, when you look around Notre Dame Stadium, all the coaches that have statues there are the guys that had the trophies to go along with it. And that's just the reality. And again, Brian knew that. That's why he, in his mind, that was why he made the decision to leave and go to LSU, because that's the one thing missing from his resume at this point.
I'll just say this entire conversation about standard has really taken off since the playoff was introduced, and I believe in 2014, or was I believe the first year of the playoff, where if you don't go to the playoff, win a playoff game, and win a natty, your season was a complete failure. And I know that you guys being around Indy, obviously you guys don't have a conference championship, so you guys were already playing for that elite goal anyways. But man, I just feel like I don't know how we can get that nice magic back, because I love the Rose Bowl as a kid, the Sugar Bowl, all that good type of stuff. I couldn't tell you who won the Rose Bowl last year. I really couldn't. So just like, yeah, I know that's a separate topic, but it kind of blends in with just the expectations and standards of every single university from here on out.